Basically. Hi, sweetheart.
Good morning. Hello. I don't have a podium today, so I look less authoritative, but we're going to begin with some singing this morning. Our gathering song is When I Rise by Joe Haltaway. This is a call and response song, so I'm going to sing, and then you will repeat what I sing after me. And this is a song about all the different things in nature and how they can inspire us. And words are behind me on the screen, yes. All right. And when I rise, let me rise like a bird, joyfully. And when I fall, let me fall like a leaf, gracefully, without regret. And when I stand, let me stand like a tree, strong and tall. And when I lie, let me lie like a lake, peacefully, calm and still. And when I work, let me work like a bee, wholeheartedly. And when I play, let me play like a breeze, fresh and cool, light and clear. Thank you.
Good morning. No? Hang on. We got to get volume. Oh, I think it's working now. Is it working? I will project into it. Good morning. Bonjour and Annie. My name is Lisa Boulay. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a member of the board of directors. Let's take a deep breath together. And let it go. You have arrived. And in that arrival, let us take a moment to center ourselves with a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that this gathering is taking place on the traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. We recognize the long-standing presence of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people within this region, and we value the importance of their culture, traditions, and knowledge to our community. As a congregation, we accept our responsibility and reaffirm our commitment to reconciliation, fostering respectful relationships through active listening, ongoing education, and meaningful action. We pledge to offer active support and uphold our role as dedicated allies. Here are the announcements for this morning. The 2026 edition of the Fall Fair, our congregation's biggest fundraiser and community builder, is scheduled for November 14th. Mark your calendars. One of the prerequisites for it to happen is finding a new Fall Fair director as soon as possible to replace Catherine Pope. In fact, we're looking for 2 people to share the role and workload as co-directors. It's an important and rewarding role with lots of support from a large and enthusiastic team of volunteers, including experienced coordinators and conveners. And in the form of thorough how-to documentation and a recent report chock full of ideas and suggestions from both Fall Fair customers and volunteers. To learn more, please contact Carol Card, who's waving her hand, and Maury Prevost, who's waving his hand at the back. They're both here today, so we look forward to hearing from you. Also, another mark your calendar announcement. On Sunday, April 26th at 12:30 following the service, we will be holding the FirstU Annual General Meeting. Please plan to attend and participate in guiding our congregation. If you are not able to attend, please identify someone to carry your proxy. Information about proxies will be available soon on the members page of the website. The nominating committee has been at work identifying candidates for our board. They have all the spots filled, but are looking for someone to take on the role of secretary of the board. This is an important position. In addition to ensuring there is a good record of the board's meetings, the secretary also helps organize our annual and fall congregational meetings. If you would like to learn more about how you can make a contribution to the congregation, please talk to Mike Fletcher, who's right back there, the chair of the committee after the service today, or one of the other nominating committee members, who are Eva Berenger, Amy Berube, Catherine Gunn, Mike Lloyd, and Lisa Sharp. I'd now like to invite David Chernachenko and Jonathan Dench to come forward to share some news about the upcoming Time and Talent auction.
Good morning. Thank you, Lisa. And yes, because many things are better done in pairs, especially if you're thinking maybe of passing over sometime in the future responsibilities. This is Jonathan Dench. I'll ask you to say something in a moment. We are organizing the Time and Talent auction this year, and for those who are new, the Time and Talent auction is an activity that we've done for a number of years, but brought back entirely in an online version after COVID, where members of our community donate things that they can do for you, whether it's bake cookies or offering their cottage for a week or having you over for dinner or repairing something, and on the list goes. Sometimes it's an actual piece of art they've done. And you get an opportunity to bid on them. So you have a chance to participate both as a donor and as a bidder. It's not mandatory to do both, but those are both opportunities for you. And the bidding will open just after that Sunday 26th AGM, and we'll close on the Thursday night at 9 p.m. And you want to be ready for that. So to be able to, you need to register as a participant in the auction, the 32auctions.com online site. And information has been in the EUU for about the last 4 weeks or so. You should have got an email out to all members on our mailing list. But we're doing something particular today to help those who might still be scratching their heads and thinking, I'm not quite sure how to do this. What are we doing after service today, Jonathan?
Oh, I seem to remember that David and I brought a bit of our own tech. You've got your laptop, but we invite anybody with their own tech, be it a tablet, a laptop, or a phone. We're happy to show you, hey, how do I register? How do I become able to bid? And how will I be able to get my own baked cookies?
And yes, the baked cookies are one of the hottest items, and we just got a couple of more plates of cookies donated. So I know they're not paying attention, because otherwise they'd be looking at me right now like, when do I get the cookies? Mom, Dad, bid on the cookies. Please join us after if you're having any questions. It's great that we're getting a sudden interest, a flurry of activity. The only thing wrong with flurries of activity is when they happen at the last minute. So please get in touch if you have any questions. Please send to me, to us on the emails, whether it's you know what you want to bid and you give us the information, or you're wondering, would this be appropriate? We'll get in touch and we can help you through that.
And David, where will I meet you and me after service to get help?
I'm thinking in the volunteer mailroom just over there. Give us a couple of minutes. We might want to get a coffee or tea, but let's say 10 minutes after service ends, you can find us set up in there. Great. Thanks. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jodi McIntosh, and my pronouns are she and her. I serve as the Director of Religious Exploration, and I am so happy to be with you as we share this special multi-generational service today. Today, we gather under the theme, Here We Grow. A reminder that growth happens slowly, that wisdom comes from paying attention, and that none of us grow alone. Nature has been teaching these lessons for a very long time. Today we listen, and we remember our responsibility to nourish the world that nourishes us. You may notice that today's service looks and sounds just a little bit differently from our usual format. Each change was made with care and intention, with the hope of creating a service that is welcoming and accessible for everyone, from our very youngest to our elders. I'm joined in the chancel this morning by our worship associate, Lisa Boulay, and our music director, Jen Bernstein. It truly is good to be together.
Whether you're here with us in the sanctuary or joining us online, you are welcome. And a special welcome to those of you who are visiting FirstU for the first time. We're so glad that you're here. Please feel free to stop at the welcome table at the back of the sanctuary. Eva would be there to greet you, and we invite you to join us for coffee hour in Fellowship Hall following the service. This morning, each of us is welcome. People of every kind, in every body, just as we are. Like a garden with many plants, we are all different, and we all belong together. Whatever we bring with us today, our joys and worries, our laughter and tears, all are welcome here. Today we gather to learn, to grow, and to begin again, inspired by one another and by the wisdom of the natural world. Welcome, dear friends. It is good to be together. Before we continue, let's take a moment to greet each other. Since we are worshiping together across the generations today, please find a neighbor who is older or younger than you and greet them with a wave, a smile, or a simple good morning. Good morning. Hey. All right, let's bring that to a close. I'm going to ask you to please rise in body or spirit and join in singing our opening hymn, Rattlin' Bog.
Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And in this bog, there was a tree, rare tree, rattling tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the valley-o. And on this tree, there was a branch, rare branch, rattling branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hi-ho, the rattling bog, the bog down in the was a leaf, rare leaf, rattling leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. And on this leaf there was a bug, rare bug, rattling bug, and the bug on the leaf, and the leaf on the branch, and the branch on the tree, and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-oh, the rattling bug down in the valley, oh. Hi-oh, the rattling bug down in the valley, oh. Hi-oh, the rattling bug down in the valley, oh. Hi-oh, the rattling bug down in the valley, oh.
That was fun. Hey. Our centering words today come from Victor Hugo. Be like a bird who, halting in their flight on limbs too slight, feels it give way, yet sings, knowing they hath wings. Ilias, that's doing the Jones. Ilias, come on up here. So you just like this? Thank you, Ilias. We light our chalice as a symbol of our faith, the light of truth, and the warmth of love. Let's sing our chalice song.
Chalice, chalice, burning bright, help remind us with your light of all we'd like to live each day, with love and truth helping lead the way.
Hello again. So in our congregation, children and families are not the future of this church. They are very much part of the present. We want families to feel welcome every Sunday, as we want our children to know that this sanctuary is a place where they belong. Today we are blessing a special space within our sanctuary that will be known now as the Family Garden. As our congregation is growing, we wanted a larger and more intentional place where children and families can grow in faith, curiosity, and connection, here in the heart of our community. So these front pews are reserved for families, and this space is for any child who needs the space. We will now bless this space with music. You may recognize the song, originally the Garden Song, sung by Raffi, but with a few changes, it is now the Family Garden Song. You may remain seated and join along with me to bless our family garden together. Sorry, Joe. Let's start that one more time. Okay. I missed my cue. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is some faith and hope and a strong community. Inch by inch, row by row, let us bless these seeds we sow. Side by side we learn and grow, helping every family. Plant your rose seasoned with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make them strong if you give her love and care. In this garden safe and kind, hearts are open, roots entwined. Hope and wonder here we find, health and love and dignity. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is some faith and hope and a strong community. Inch by inch, row by row, let us bless these seeds we sow. Side by side we learn and grow, helping every family. The Family Garden was created with intention and love. It includes quiet, hands-on activities to keep hands busy and ears listening, so children can remain present in worship in ways that work for them. As we shape the space, we were guided by our shared values. Equity, because our youngest members deserve what they need to fully participate in this community. Love, because we believe children grow best when they are surrounded by patience, care, and welcome. And interdependence, because this space is not separate from our worship. It is part of it, helping us build connection across ages and experience. So please join me in this responsive reading. May love grow here. So I am black, and you are the blue part. With grateful hearts, we bless this space.
May love grow here.
We bless all who gather in our family garden.
May we grow together in this welcoming place.
Before we tell today's story, which is set in the rainforest, we are going to make the sound of something every forest needs. What does every forest need? The rain. So rain that feeds the soil, and rain that wakes the seeds, rain that reminds us that growth is possible. I'm going to invite Jen up and guide us through our rain soundscape.
All right, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to start a sound. We'll start with rubbing hands together, and I'm going to stand in front of a part of the congregation, and as I move, you're going to echo the sound that I am doing, okay? And just keep doing it until I come back around and switch to another sound. We'll see if we can do it just by watching and without having to give any instructions. So just by watching. So we're going to start with quiet. Ready.
The Great Kapok Tree by Lynn Cherry, adapted by me. In a great rainforest, thick with life and sound, there stood a kapok tree. It was enormous, so wide that many people could not reach their arms around it. Its branches stretched higher than the eye could follow. Its roots spread so deep and wide beneath the forest floor, holding soil, sharing nutrients, making space for life. This tree had stood through countless seasons, through storms and droughts, through the slow turning of time. And one day a human came into the forest carrying a big axe. They walked for a long, long time, past vines and flowers, past insects and birds, past the quiet work of growing things. At last, they reached the kapok tree. They looked at its size. They measured it with their eyes. They lifted their axe and took a swing, but the forest, it was hot. And the walk, it had been long. So before they began their work, they sat down at the base of the tree, and before they knew it, the heat and the hum of the forest had lulled them fast to sleep. And as they slept, the forest held its breath.
Before the story continues and the forest speaks, we're going to listen to our bodies. I invite you to give yourself a little space, as this is a movement meditation. You can remain seated or you can stand, whichever feels most comfortable for you. I'm going to ask you to plant your feet firmly on the ground. If you wish to close your eyes for this, you can too, if it's comfortable for you. And feel your roots growing down deep and steady and connected. Keep your knees nice and soft. And now slowly raise your arms like the branches reaching for light. And maybe sway a little bit from side to side in the gentle breeze. Trees teach us patience. They don't rush. They grow a little at a time. Take a breath and listen to your inner tree. Where in your life are you growing, even if you don't see it yet? And now let your arms come down and let your arms be wings. Become a bird. Stretch them wide. You may flap and sway. Birds teach us perspective. They remind us to look from another angle, to lift our eyes beyond what's right in front of us. Take a deep breath and listen to your inner bird. What might I understand better if I look at it differently? And now bring your arms in and wrap them around yourself and become a rock. Be still. Feel your weight. Rocks teach us steadiness. They don't need to hurry. Rocks endure. Take a breath and listen to your inner rock. What helps me stay grounded when things feel uncertain? Trees, birds, rocks. Nature teaches how to listen and how to grow. Take one more breath and let the wisdom sink in. Settle back into your seats if you are standing. The forest is ready to speak.
We left off with our human sleeping by the Kapok tree. A boa constrictor lived in the Kapok tree. She slithered down its trunk to where the human was sleeping, and the huge snake slid very close to the human and hissed in their ear.
This tree is a tree of miracles. It is my home where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down.
A bee buzzed in the sleeping human's ear.
My hive is in this kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower collecting pollen. In this way, I pollinate the trees and flowers through the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another.
A troop of monkeys. There's another monkey there if you want to take it up. A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree, and they chattered at the sleeping human.
We have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away and the forest will become a desert.
A macaw. There we go. A macaw flew down from the canopy and squawked.
You must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens. Once you begin to chop down the trees, many people settle on the land. They set fires to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain.
Two bright and small tree frogs crawled along the edge of a leaf. Just hold up your frogs. I'm going to say it for you, okay? They said in a squeaky voice, "A ruined rainforest means ruined lives, many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you chop down this great kapok tree." An anteater climbed down the kapok tree, and the anteater said to the sleeping human,
You are chopping down this tree with no thought for the future, and surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends on what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees.
And three-toed sloths, a whole family of three-toed sloths, came down. Now, these sloths had started coming down from the canopy when the human first appeared, but only now did they reach the ground. Plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping human, he spoke in his deep and lazy voice.
How much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?
And finally, a child who lived in the rainforest, knelt over the sleeping human, and she murmured in their ear,
When you wake, please look upon us all with new eyes.
Then something deeper spoke, not a single animal, but the forest itself. The trees seemed to whisper, "These roots hold the soil. They help call the rain. They cool the air far beyond this place. The forest was saying, when you nourish us, we nourish the world. The human woke with a start. Before them, the forest child, and all around them staring were the creatures who depended on the kapok tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were. The human looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man stood up, smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. They felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor, but heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The human stood, picked up the axe, swung back their arm as though to strike the tree, but suddenly they stopped, turned, looked at all the animals and the child. They hesitated, set down the axe, and walked out of the rainforest. To close our story, let us bring the rain back into the forest once more. Thank you, my friends. You can all come sit down. Yes.
Ooh, that brought back some great memories from camp. I'll ask the ushers to come forward, please. Thank you. Interdependence and generosity are core values of our tradition. We know that we are bound up with each other and our partners in the world, and that generosity is an expression of our faith. During the entire month of April, our Sunday collection, unless marked towards your pledge, will be split with our community partner, Ajashki. Ajashki is a land-based program hosted by the First Unitarian Congregation of Ottawa in collaboration with Indigenous communities in the city and region. Rooted in the recognition that the FirstU campus is on unceded Algonquin Anishinaabeg land, the program seeks to build relationships, practical skills, and cultural understanding through collaborative gardening, land relations, and environmental stewardship. If you have a smartphone handy, and you can use the QR code on the screen or the back of the order of service to make an online donation. Please give as generously as you are able. I offer this affirmation of gratitude for the gifts shared today. We receive these offerings with a thankful heart, recognizing that all we have comes from a generous source and is meant to be shared. We plant this offering as a seed of blessing, believing it will be multiplied to help others and fulfill meaningful work. We acknowledge that we are stewards of the blessings we've received and honor that role by giving back with joy and integrity. Today, we share our joys and our sorrows using the language of nature. Nature teaches us that life holds many things at once: growth and rest, joy and grief, beginnings and endings. If you carry something heavy or tender in your heart, or if your heart is exploding with joy, you are invited to come forward and place a stone into the bowl of water, letting the ripples carry your story into our shared community. If you are holding something that is growing in your life or something you are ready to let go of, you are invited to place a leaf on our community tree, a symbol of change, nourishment, and trust in the seasons. You may choose either or simply remain seated and reflect. All ways of participating are welcome. We place a stone of joy for Artemis II, for the science and the beauty that they showed us in coming back to the earth. We place a stone of appreciation and joy for the children's choir. We place a stone of sorrow and concern for the ongoing violence in the Middle East, and may the ceasefire hold and negotiations bring much needed peace. I invite you to come forward to share your own stones of celebration or sorrow, or to put a leaf on the tree. The last stone and the last leaves represent all that remains in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. And I invite you now to take a moment of reflection and meditation, contemplation. And Jen will bring us out of this moment of silence with music.
Today, we have the FirstU Children's Choir performing our anthem for the first time. We have a mighty group today. There's a few absences, but we still have a wonderful crew. They're going to be singing My Roots Go Down by Sarah Pirtle, and she encourages people to come up with their own text and words to this song. So you'll hear the beginning and the end. We're going to sing it the way that she has written it, but the verses in the middle were composed by the children, and I asked them to pick animals and actions that kind of spoke to them or inspired them. So I'm delighted to introduce them to you today, and we have Kate Hudson on piano. So, okay, you guys ready? Okay, can we make sure the line here? Maybe a little bit. There we go.
My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go down, down into the earth. My roots go
Actually, I'm going to go sit down here. I was going to go over there, but I'm going to sit down here. So my reflection today is what nature teaches us. What does nature teach us? Well, what can we learn from trees? Trees don't grow overnight. Trees don't grow overnight, and some take hundreds of years to reach their full height. They don't rush. They don't compare themselves to the tree next to them and say, oh no, that oak is taller than me. I'm a failure. Trees just grow at the pace they're meant to grow. And they remind us that we don't have to hurry to become who we are. Growth takes time, and that's okay. What can we learn from a river? Well, rivers never flow in a straight line. They bend and they curve and they change. If a rock falls into their path, they simply go around it. The river teaches us when life changes direction, bend with it. When obstacles show up, flow around them. Movement is life. What can we learn from the birds? Well, birds see things from above. To them, the world looks completely different. They remind us that when we're stuck in one way of thinking, something will just need to fly up a little, to look at a problem from a different angle, to open our minds to ask, what am I not seeing yet? Perspective can change everything. What we can learn from rocks? Well, we can learn a lot from rocks. Rocks don't do much, or at least it seems that way. They sit, they wait, but their wisdom, it is stillness. They teach us you don't always have to act right away. Sometimes the answer comes when we take a breath and let ourselves just be still. Each of these lessons, the patience of trees, the flexibility of rivers, the perspective of birds, the steadiness of rocks, is important all by itself, but none of these things exist on their own. Trees reach for the sun, but they are shaped by the wind and the rain. Rivers are guided by the land beneath them. Birds rest in trees and ride the moving air. Rocks are changed slowly by water, pressure, and time. Everything in nature is connected, shaping each other, depending on each other, belonging together. And that's true for us, too. We grow because of one another. We change because of one another. We find our strength and our perspective and our steadiness, not alone, but together. Please rise in body or in spirit for our hymn, Everything Grows.
Everything grows and grows. Babies do, animals too. Everything grows. Everything grows and grows. Sisters do, brothers too. Everything everything grows. Anyone knows that's how it goes. Yes, everything grows and grows. Baby do, animals too, everything grows. Everything grows and grows. Sisters do, brothers do, everything grows. That's how it goes under the sun. That's how it goes under the rain. Everything grows, anyone knows that's how it goes. Yes, everything grows and grows. Babies do, animals too, everything grows. Everything grows and grows. Sisters do, brothers too, everything grows. Mamas do, papas too, everything grows. That looks great.
Before I extinguish the chalice for our service this Sunday, I want to say thank you to Jodi and Jen for creating such a delightful service this morning, and a warm welcome to the children's choir of First Unitarian. So wonderful to hear you sing. We look forward to hearing you sing again. So we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. And here are some closing words. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries and the breezes blow new strength into your being. And all the days of your life, may you walk gently through the world and know its beauty. Go in peace. Go in light. And please stand in body or spirit to sing Spirit of Life.